Okay.
If I find my way home, yeah. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me. Wouldn't it be crazy? But you still amaze me.
Welcome back to your favorite channel. It's your boy Pelican Bay K9s, giving it to you the way I always do. Fair and unbiased, raw and uncut. My brothers and sisters, we in here today. Hope everybody had a great day, the way I always say, man. Hope everybody taking care of them pets across the board and doing what they got to do, man. Doing what they got to do and here to enjoy some good old dog talk. Some good old down south dog talk. You know what I'm saying? It's coming to the thing like, you know, folk need you to talk about them to be relevant. Folk need you to go back and forth with them to be relevant. And I tell y'all brothers, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, man, y'all brothers got to learn how to hold your own out here. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn how to hold your own. You can't rely on the next man to make you relevant. You know what I'm saying? What are you bringing to the table? What are you bringing to the game? That's why I keep telling brothers all the time, man. You looking for these old pedigrees to make a name for you. None of y'all can make a name for the pedigrees. So you'll never be what these old school Bulldoggers was. You don't know how to make a name for the dog. You looking for the dog to make a name for you. And it ain't going to work that way, man. Don't work that way. It do in y'all little world. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to speak about all that, man. We're going to speak about all that today. Like I said, I hope everybody having a great day. And if you ain't been having a great day, I hope you watch this video and make you smile. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. These brothers, they need to be spoken about on channels that's relevant. You know what I'm saying? Brothers that's out here doing the positive things with their channels, you know, to get hated on. You know what I'm saying? Anybody doing positive on their dog channel, American Pitbull Terrier channel, positive, they get hated on one way or another. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't getting hated on, it's because they're riding with them on the back streets. You know, I done seen it all, man. They just don't say certain things, you know, when they get on their YouTube, which is respectable, you know. But what they tell me, he who holds the gold makes the rules. He who holds the gold makes the rules.
Them closed-minded folks, you know what I'm saying? It's like we got a demo tape and don't nobody want to hear, but it's like this, the South got something to say. That's all I got to say.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, we just gonna keep that thing going, man. Cause see, it's like these brothers, they clowning themselves out here, man. They clowning themselves out here, and it's so easy, man. You know why would a brother making a whole video about my car? You know, what's it to be joked about? What's it to be cracked on? What can you crack on my car about? This car was made before smartphones came out. You know, I took the picture to make this car with one of them little yellow CVS cameras. You know, not no Polaroid, no none of that. One of them little yellow cameras, and you take them to Walgreens or CVS or whatever it was back then. It was CVS for us. Take them to the CVS and get them developed. I took it from there and took it to a Photoshop. You know, this is pre all this up-to-date AI stuff and all this stuff that a lot of y'all brothers used to. Like I told you, I was passing out my cards in the clubs. I was leaving stacks of these cards at the gas stations. You can ask any brother that was around during them times in other cities. They might go to, if you go to any gas station, I don't care what part of the country you in. This is right now today. If you go to any gas station and you pull up to the gas station and you know how people have their flyers and things on the counter, if you see a car with a brother with a pit bull on it, you're going to pick it up if you into them dogs. So that's what I did. I put my cards on every counter. You know what I'm saying? That's why I told y'all brothers, man, your promotion and the way you advertise, it ain't on levels that y'all trying to rock with brothers on. You know what I'm saying? You making a joke out of something that's not even jokeable. You know, I'm telling you, see, a lot of people, you just can't look past certain things. And I'm showing you this card is from 26 years ago, and then I'm showing you my name up here. It don't got, me acting like somebody else or me. It's a Pelican Bay K9s, Pelican Bay Kennels, you know, which lets you know I've been doing my thing. Like I said, what's it a joke about? You know what I'm saying? I didn't use it in a joking manner, but I still don't see where you can get from it in a joking manner. I'm still doing my thing, and I've been doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? And you still can't get on the level I was on back then. You know what I'm saying? To the brothers that want to make these jokes and stuff about it. You know, like I said, man, when you got brothers out here who can't even own dogs, who can't have fun like we can have fun, you know what I'm saying? Can't enjoy their dogs. Let me tell you how ignorant these brothers is. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you how ignorant these brothers is. You got the nerve to talk about my card, which shows me with my bulldog that I spoke about, that I tell about, that I talk about. You know what I'm saying? I ain't up here talking about the next man dog every damn day. You know, these brothers starting YouTube channels and talking about the next man bulldog game every damn day. What the next man got going on every damn day and ain't talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Talking about my card. Then they got the nerve to say, I dropped out of the Samurai Dog Show, the breed mellow yellow.
Shucky ducky quack quack.
That breeding I just showed y'all brothers a couple days ago. Now, anybody with common sense would know that wasn't mellow yellow. And anybody with more common sense would know only people that did the running was the people that hang around this fella. You see? Weak-minded people. Weak-minded people let Buck City shit them out of getting their dog known, getting known or anything. You ain't heard nothing else from that dude with no dog since that digital dog show that he was supposed to meet me in the middle. You ain't heard nothing else about him, neither his dog since then. And if he stay out the chat, this is on everything I love. If you don't get in the chat, nobody won't even see you on Facebook, no nothing. These dudes are non-existent, and then, you know what I'm saying, they follow us. You know what I'm saying? They follow us, and they need people to validate their every single move. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said before, like daddy figures. You know, so I understand why y'all feel the way y'all feel. You know, and like I said before, and I'm still standing on this, what's the point of me getting mad? What's the point of me arguing, you know what I'm saying, with a person that can't own dogs? You know, you're not on my level in no way, no shape, or no form. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I done told all of y'all across the country, across the world, if you want to see something, get his bitch ass to catch a plane ticket, come from out of the middle of nowhere where he at over there, and come out here and put them gloves up. You know? Other than that, I ain't got nothing to talk to. Somebody who can't own dogs and somebody who got busted for dogs 3 times in a matter of 2 years. This the thing, Buck City, right? I'm gonna speak to you real quick. You know, I see why you keep rocking with me, right? I see why you keep trying to troll and all kind of shit like that. Hanging with me this is the longest you ever been out of trouble, dog. In the past, how long? Since 2019? In the past 6 years, this is the longest you ever been out of trouble. For the time that you've been messing with me. So I understand why you'll keep going on with your bullshit. You know, it gives you something to do. Other than that, you was getting busted for shitty up dogs, month after month after month. So I understand why you're doing that, dog. Look at the numbers, don't lie. If you go to 2019, it's 2025 right now. You know, we talking about 6 years. In a matter of 6 years, you got busted 3 times with dogs. In a matter of the time you was arguing with me, you all right. You know. But when you're out there doing your own thing, when you out there doing it how you do it, how you told her you gonna do that, judge, or I'ma always have dogs. And you always gonna have them, but they gonna always be in shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's no use for me to argue, get mad. You can't say nothing to make me mad. No, none of that, dog. You are beneath me when it comes to these dogs. You are beneath me when it comes to pets in general. You are beneath me when it comes to any damn thing. You know? Period, dog. Like I said before, man, somewhere or another over this past 2-3 years, I done said something to you that really either your old lady said that she agreed with or something, because you just can't stop. And you just nobody. You showing people that you can't create content unless you speaking about somebody. Speaking about me specifically. And then you can't bust a grape. You're not gonna bust a grape. Y'all boys are the most fake, violent fellas I ever seen in my life, man. You always talking about who you gonna beat, what you gonna beat, and y'all ain't touching and ain't doing shit. Brothers invite you to fights, you don't do nothing. You know? Brothers invite you to fights and you don't do nothing. Then you got this dude Welsh, right? He call himself a university. When I honestly, in my opinion, it looked more like an alternative school. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. But this the thing you gotta look at, brothers. These folks sit around for 2 and 3 and 4 years in the back street trolling from channel to channel, dick hopping from channel to channel, channel to channel. And then after 3 years, they find enough flunkies to come together, to get something going. It's no different than the brothers in the Bulldog game, right? They want to see what the dog look like, right? See what the dog do. Say if folks saying, oh, it's a badass dog named Crush running around taking everything out back in the days, right? These the type of brothers that they want to go to one of Crush matches and see what Crush do before they hook into him. They don't hook into him just off the strength and off the GP. They want to see him and get dragged out in the long. Oh, I can take that. I can handle that. Them the kind of brothers you got right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Look at your style. Look at everything you're doing, and then turn around trying to emulate you and turn around trying to stab you and knock you down. You know what I'm saying? 3 years, 4 years, this motherfucker could have been made a channel, but he ain't got no content and nothing to talk about to stand on. But over a period of 3 or 4 years, you build up enough rejects around you that you can, like I say, come up with something. But that shit don't last, man. You know, I'm thankful I didn't build my channel up off of trying to troll somebody. I'm thankful, man. I built my channel up off Bulldog Talk, and that's the reason why you can't stop me, man. No matter if I troll for 3 weeks straight, just go on a trolling binge and just troll for 3 weeks straight, I still can go back to talking about Bulldogs because that's where I started from. Y'all brothers started from trolling. You never got nothing to fall back on to go back and talk to. You started your channel with 5 flunkies, 5 rejects. That none of y'all got no Bulldog credentials. It's sad. It's very sad when I can take one of my years and got more Bulldog credentials than all 5 of y'all on that panel put together. In your whole damn life put together, all 5 of y'all on that panel, you don't last one of my damn years. It's sad, but that's the type of shit make them mad. You know what I'm saying? See, we're going to talk about the perfect weight for conditioned dog and stuff like that as well in this show right here, man. Like I say, we got a lot of dog talk to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Imagine learning what the perfect shape or perfect conditioned dog is from Buck City. You know what I'm saying? Imagine that shit, man. When you just see him got busted 3 times in 19 months for keeping dogs in shit, piss, and names you can't pronounce when it comes to diseases. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand, dog. What's your purpose? You know, them folks say you had to go to an animal cruelty program. You have yet to come on this show and tell anybody about any program that you've been in outside of the courtroom. You know, when we ask you about it, you saying that you don't attend nothing like that, or you haven't attended anything. But the courts clearly say you had to attend an animal cruelty program. So what did the program teach you, man? You know, what did the program teach you? Because see, this is what a lot of y'all brothers better understand. You do know, brothers, you do know wolves speak wolves. Wolves speak wolf. Wolves can understand the language from other wolves, man. And when I see y'all boys, when I talk to y'all boys, when I read y'all boys, you know, I get exactly what I'm supposed to get. Sheep, man. Sheep. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it's going, dog. That's just how it's going. At the end of the day, man, you know, I'm going to have a little fun today. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have a little fun today, my brothers and sisters. Big salute to the ones that's down in the chat, my brothers and sisters that's rocking with the Bay. You know how we do it, man. You know how we getting down. You know what I'm saying? Keeping the perfect weight on your dog. You know, keeping the perfect weight. You know, I was speaking about brothers conditioning dogs, bringing them in the shows and stuff over the past videos. But one thing I want to say, Mellow Yellow is not at the perfect weight. You know what I'm saying? The perfect weight, ideal weight for your dog, if you're doing shows and stuff like that, will be no more than 2 pounds over his show weight. You want to always keep them at that show weight, but not on the weight. If you're going in at 36, you want to keep them about 38. You know what I'm saying? That way, from what I hear and the research I did, the more weight that you have to bring down is more stress that you put on the dog. You know what I'm saying? If you're doing it, if you're going to these shows and stuff often, that means you'll be going up and down. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be putting a lot of stress on the dog. So you know, you want to keep him at least about 2 or 3 pounds from his show weight, because you can easily knock 2 or 3 pounds off without being any kind of stress on him. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got weeks and weeks ahead of time. So I just wanted to speak on that. Because a brother get the wrong impression, like I'm trying to make it like maybe my dog is perfect weight or this. Mellow Yellow, when I'm speaking about her, she wasn't perfect weight when the videos that I was showing you. You know what I'm saying? And different things. That's not perfect weight. I'm just talking about on a daily basis, if I'm gonna bring her in, to the shoulder looking all ripped up and skinny and stuff like that. She need to stay at least 2-3 pounds at a show weight. So just imagine, like, if I got a high 50-pound dog and I'm bringing him down to the 40s, yeah, he gonna be bigger than that dog, but it's a good chance that just because of the fact that you bringing him down so low that he can be a little more stressed out than normal. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times, man, like I said, it works different ways from different folk. That's why it's always good to get stories from different type of dog brothers up here and brothers giving it from their point of view. That's why I always say nobody's story is wrong unless that dude Buck City. You know what I'm saying? He can't give no story, and that's the main thing that makes him mad too. Cause see, this is what I want to ask y'all brothers. They keep talking about they gonna get the best interviews. Who cares? Who cares? But this is what I want to ask y'all. What dog man is gonna let y'all interview them when y'all don't even got no bulldog credentials? You think I'm gonna come give you an interview telling you about stuff that I did back in the days? Even though it was a misdemeanor, it was still illegal. You think I'm gonna come tell you my stories and things that we heard about these dogs when you ain't even got no bulldog credentials? You's a damn band dog breeder. Why would I come do that to you? No matter how much you try to tear the next brother down who got bulldog credentials, and these brothers out here, who can get good interviews, no matter how much you do, folk know when they rock with you or rock around you, it's gonna be some heat involved. Every single person already know anybody that Buck City is seen with dogs is automatically gonna be hot. And it's the thing, man. It's really to the point where, like I said, a lot of y'all, the bullies and the crooks, they want me gone. You know what I'm saying? They want me gone out there. I'm watching them. They got a target on me. You know what I'm saying? The bullies and the crooks. Because the bullies, they want to come out here and act like they somebody, act like they talk all that tough. Get over there, got a brother with a blue dog, and you get out here and try to talk tough to that brother with the blue dog, and you ain't did shit with the pits. You don't know shit about the damn dogs. You just over here. That's why I told my real bully breeder brothers, you know what I'm saying? I talk for y'all, man. Because a lot of these Pitbull breeders, they try to talk that shit about the blue dogs. They try to talk that shit about, man, listen, a lot of them, they ain't got no bulldog credentials to stand on. They can't even talk about nothing, let alone stand on. What the purpose is, you're reading all them damn books and you can't get up here and make up a lie that sound real. You know what I'm saying? Don't come up here and make up a lie about your work 12 dogs or something. Make the lie sound real. You know what I'm saying? With all them books you read. That's why I told y'all, man. Just idiots, man. I'll be damned if I'm going to have all that damn reading books for year after year after year, studying this, studying that, studying this. And then you get up there, you can't even talk about a damn dog or a pedigree. Only way you can do it is try to knock another man. Talking about Mellow Yellow breeding, I'm jumping out of the dog show. You know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all brothers, Mellow Yellow lives in these brothers' brain. And you tell me I ain't did what I'm supposed to do? They know my dog. I don't know they shit. You know what I'm saying? You tell me I ain't did what I'm supposed to do. Advertisement a motherfucker. Every 5 minutes they talking about something they ain't gonna damn do. We in a dog community. 1 minute y'all want to be fighters. 1 minute y'all want to be real estate adjusters. 1 minute y'all want to be gang bangers. You know what I'm saying? Gang bangers. And then we talking about, they in the groups talking about who civilians. Talking about who civilians when it come to dogs, when they ain't never did a damn dog in their damn life. raising up dogs on the internet, raising them up 1 week, 5 weeks later, they champions. Getting mad at us because we paying attention to this shit. That's what's wrong with the crooks, man. That's what's wrong with the crooks. You know, you can't be wearing those skin tight ass, silky ass pants and think I'm gonna take you serious when you talking about kicking my ass. You gotta come prove it, dog. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come prove it. These motherfuckers mad because they do shit that if you really pay attention, brothers, if you really pay attention, you can just catch them in all kind of lies. You know, all you gotta do is pay attention, man, and then they get mad because they get exposed and they talk all kind of reckless and dumb stuff, man. It's just getting really outrageous out here with this dog shit, man. I see, you know, a lot of y'all just never gonna be nothing. A lot of y'all just never gonna have your own. A lot of y'all just gonna always make limits the way you can never reach when it comes to these dogs. Oh, I gotta have four gens of that. I gotta have 7 gens of that. I gotta have 5 gens of that. You never gonna have shit. You know what I'm saying? When the Bulldog is before your time, ain't go by the rules you go by. You went by or going by, like the man say. The one with the goal is the one that make the rules. You know what I'm saying? The brothers had the goal. You know when you got gold and know when you got aluminum. You know what I'm saying? These brothers running around here with copper, man, trying to false flag like it's gold and getting mad when it get exposed. Oh man, look at his haircut. Oh man, look at his hair. Yep, look at that dog you got. Look at that sperm you got off that dog you got. So I mean, I understand what it is gonna be, what it's gonna be. I guess you know what I'm saying. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. You know, keep your dog at the perfect weight, man. Now, I want to talk a little bit about this Spike dog coming down off of the Dynamo dog, the Garner's Dynamo dog. So I want to talk about that, man. We're gonna jump straight in that and break that pedigree down. And I got a few things I want to speak about that real quick, and then we're gonna get back to this other dog talk. All right, let's look at this pedigree right here. You know, and my thing is, not to discredit anybody, but I'm gonna give y'all a little story. When it comes to this particular dog, and I need my Eli, my Chinaman brothers to help me get some insight on this particular pedigree right here. And I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna tell you about a little situation. All right, the dog you're looking at, name is Young Spike. You know, name is Young Spike. Great looking dog. As you can see, he's coming down off Garner's Dynamo. Garner's Dynamo bred the Garner's Hickory Lady. The thing is that I want to know is, where does the orange red nose come from in this pedigree? And we just gonna look at the pedigree. When we go to the 4th generation, we got Chinaman, Frisco, Garner's Payne's Leling, Chinaman, Romero's China Girl, Frisco, China Girl, Chinaman, Romero's China Girl, Pendleton's Little Amos. Let's click on him. Little Amos is coming down off Snooty and Pendleton's Godmama. Let me click on Godmama. It just says female, don't have a color, but it does say color for Pendleton's Little Amos is black and white. Okay, now we go on to Little Amos. We got Slaterbug, Pendleton Slaterbug. Don't have a color with that. But we can see the snake dog in the background. Finley's Bow, Crenshaw's Missy, Little Amos. All right. So my thing is, where does his red nose come from in this dog? Now, when the dog was purchased as a puppy, we purchased 2 dogs at one time, 2 puppies at one time. Now, the other puppy that was purchased was this one. This was the other puppy that was purchased. Now, see, this puppy was brown with a black mask. Okay. And the other one was red nose, and we got him out of a cage with about 20 puppies in the cage. All the puppies was together. Now, when you look at this dog pedigree, you see the Russ Buck stuff in it. with the Cottonham's red man, you know, and it was supposed to be off Bobby Peru, female off Bobby Peru, but you see the Cottonham red man in the dog. So it's almost like the papers, could have been backwards. You know what I'm saying? This dog could have been registered the way, the other dog should have been registered. But I don't know, you just got to go with what you get. But it's just crazy how the dog that I just showed you, the young Spike dog, he only got Chinaman and Frisco dogs in the pedigree. And he came out red nose. And this dog right here is the dog with the Cottonham's red man in it. Young Spike again. And if you look at the pedigree, blow it up, look at the whole fourth generation. Now you go to the third generation. Look at the third generation. Frisco, Frisco, Frisco. Dynamite, Garner's Cherry, Hickory Tea. And I've said this before because we don't got a picture of Garner's Cherry, but just by having the name Cherry, she could be a red dog. I don't know. I'm just saying. But I always wonder about this dog, man. Not here to say nothing bad about the dog. We're just looking at the pedigree and wondering why the dog was red coming off all these black dogs. Black and white dogs. And we know folk always say that, you'll get a red nose off of black dogs. Black dogs can throw a red nose. But can a red nose, a family of red noses throw a black dog? If it's way back in the generations, just say if you got a black dog is a great, great, great granddaddy somewhere back there, but the whole family is red noses, different shades of red noses from years and years on down. And then all of a sudden a black dog pop out of your litter. Are you going to accept that? Not the person that's doing the breeding, but if I'm trying to sell you a puppy and I say this black dog came off of these dogs right here, and the only black dog they had in them was from back in the 80s. From since the 80s, they never had another black dog in them since then. And there was only one black dog then, you know. So since the 80s, they have no black dogs in them, and they've been all coming out red. And now in 2025, I'm trying to sell you a puppy that's black off the litter and telling you it's coming back from the genes from the 80s. Are you going to believe it? Not saying it's not true. I'm not saying it's not true, or I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just asking you, you know. And if you know these dogs in this pedigree, and you can see this dog right here that you're looking at, who would you say he resemble in the pedigree? Which of these dogs in this pedigree do you say that dog in that picture resembles? And like I said, I'm just asking, brothers. We got plenty Eli brothers out there that know how them dogs supposed to look. Know how them dogs traits or the traits they have. But yeah, man, I wanted to know talk about that young Spike dog, and like I said, I don't know everything about every pedigree. I just want to get some insight on it. I talked about it before on my channel, but I have different people that start watching my channel, and maybe somebody else have some different insight on where that red come from in that particular dog. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that the pedigree isn't right, but I'm just looking at it and looking at the ped now that we got years later and looking back at it, it just look a little funny. But yeah, man, give me some insight on that if you got it, if not, man, let's keep this thing going. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep this thing going. Now, these guys out here act like I'm the new guy in the neighborhood and I'm getting all they women. They just act like they hating for no reason. You know what I'm saying? They acting real feminine. You know what I'm saying? Real feminine, man. And it's not something that started. It's something that been going on. Y'all got too many feminine traits. That's why your YouTube channel ain't gonna jump. No matter what you try to do, no matter what kind of hating you trying to do, your Facebook little shit ain't gonna jump. No matter what kind of hate you trying to do, them brothers and sisters know about them sperm breedings. Them brothers and sisters know about them non-existent dogs. No matter what kind of hating you do. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is out here in this dog game, man. And like I said, man, a university is a place where you go to get a higher education. Some of these dog channels, like I said, is just like your alternative school. You know, you on the last limb of getting a regular education. You ain't even got that yet. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even got your regular education yet. But you out here trying to tell this man how to do a keep, and you can't show and prove you can do one. When you put these brothers on the front page and try to see if they can really do a keep, they back out of dog shows. You see, one thing about the Brother Samurai Dog Show, one thing about the ADBA Dog Show, one thing about the ADBPR Dog Show is that any dog show, you can take a dog directly off the chain and win the event, which is great. It's a great thing you have a dog that look that way, you know. But when it come down to it, you put fear in these brothers' head, along with them hanging with cowards. You see, when you're hanging with cowards, that coward mentality roll off on you. And only a coward will start his channel up every single day talking about another damn man. You know what I'm saying? You might as well call it the PBK channel, because that's all you're talking about. You know? I can't help you made the news. You get mad with me because you made the news. I just gave these brothers and sisters a whole damn clip and video, 10 minutes of what you've been doing for the past damn 6 years. That's why I say, brothers, this time that he been arguing with me, been the longest period of time he ever stayed out of trouble in the past 6 years. You know? So understand what his method is, man. He don't know nothing else to do, you know? And Big Soul, man, the thing about him, you know, brothers try to give him credit time to time, but he moved like a bitch too as well. You know what I'm saying? He moved like a bitch too as well. A lot of that shit that Welsh sales try to diss and summarize shit, that shit come from Big Soul. You know what I'm saying? That shit come from Big Soul. You know, you do a lot of, y'all brothers do a lot of backdoor, feminine ass, back, behind the back shit. And then you talk like gangsters, thinking somebody gonna respect anything you say. You know? Supreme Excellence over there, whole channel reporter. What you say, Supreme? I bet you won't drop no more videos. I bet you this is his last one. He thought he was really doing something. This where all the rejects go at, where these brothers at. You know, you want to learn how to get busted in dogs? Go where the brothers tell you to get on WhatsApp at. Go and hang amongst the rejects where they gonna tell you to get on WhatsApp and get into all these encrypted conversations and groups and all kind of shit with people you don't even know who you talking to. Go to the alternative school. Don't get mad with us, dog, because you can't ride that yellow school bus. And you can't get up here and tell no dog story. See, listen here, like I said before, biggest dog fighting advocate it is in America right now. But I got a dog fighting pass. I can't lie. So I use my pass to help talk to these brothers, because brothers don't want to hear shit from you if you can't relate to them. And I said that one time before. A lot of y'all go above your head. You know, you can't talk to a brother about gang banging if you ain't never gang banged. You can't talk to a brother about I'm doing nothing drinking. You can't talk to a brother about drugs. You ain't never been no drug addict. You ain't never been no alcoholic. You know, what you gonna tell me to try to get me off of it? You know, when you talking about getting off of it, I mean, you know. So, brother, if anybody gonna make it to these brothers' head to get them to understand that it ain't the way it used to be, it ain't gonna be Humane Society. It ain't gonna be the police. It's gonna be PBK showing you what's going down out here in this game, how it's going down out here in this game, and you make the decision for yourself how you want to take it from that point on. That's what they get mad about, man. See, on my channel, we don't see Ken Lightning. Big salute to Ken Lightning. Hey, in my channel, we don't care who go watch this person, who go watch that person. Like I said before, man, we ain't none of no communists. You know what I'm saying? We ain't none of that soldier put a battery in your back operation over here, man. We real men over here, dog. You know what I'm saying? Doing the right things with these dogs. You know, doing the right thing. I tell you, my new motto when it comes to them flunkies, the ones that can't own the dogs, my new thing is, give me that motherfucker. I'm gonna show you what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? See, it ain't the dog that's the problem here in America. It's the people with the dog that's the problem. You know, just imagine when you got 100 people like Buck City that got them pit bulls scattered all across America. Just 100. Just 100 of them kind of people. Man, listen here, man. Talk to me now. Tell me where we at in the dog game. Screwed all the way the hell up.
Shucky ducky quack quack.
With just 100 of them kind of people. You know, luckily we only got one. Cheap ass cigarette stabbed in the dog, shooting the dogs with pellet guns. I ain't never had a dog I had to shoot with a damn pellet gun. I had a bunch of barking dogs that I wanted to make get quiet, and I choose other routes to go by. Never a pellet gun. But these brothers want to talk about the Bay. These brothers won't fight. None of them won't fight. You know what I'm saying? For one thing, you know, Welsh and them brothers, they ain't got enough motion for me to fight none of them. You know what I'm saying? Period. You know, you lucky I just mentioned his damn name. Not enough motion for me even think about fighting none of them brothers. Fight, who? Fight, what? Man, listen here. Fight your ass somewhere over there, sit down and listen to this real dog talk and go to your alternative school and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my brothers, like I say, down in that chat, man, that be rocking with the Bay, the way we do, what we do, how we do. That legal shit, man. They can't rock with it. They can't fuck with it. They can't, like I said, y'all can't even mingle with regular dog people across this country. Y'all got to stay stuck in one little box, one little bubble, talking to these little 60, 75 people. They want to talk about some old school ass stories. Man, listen here, man. I go rock with anybody when it comes to these pet lovers across the country, man. You know, we on different levels, fam. So I understand why you're talking about me on your channel. That's why I don't get mad. You know what I'm saying? Don't get mad. But, you know, you just can't keep up with what's going on. You can't create no content. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't believe, my brothers, how many of them can't do a show by their damn self. You know, I just posted a show, man, that I went damn near 6 hours by my damn self outside of the person I was talking to. You know, I had one guest up there. Just posted that on Big Dog Unchained. You know, y'all check that out, man. That was the last time we seen that brother Alpha performance. You know what I'm saying? We ain't seen him since I did that video right there. He was their tough guy. You know what I'm saying? He was their tough guy up until that point right there. Stuck a fork in his ass. You know what I'm saying? Stuck a fork in him. Big salute to my brothers out there with them blue dogs, man. They don't even be worrying about them pedigrees and all that type of shit. You know, big salute and big shout out to all y'all brothers. You know, but I just had to discuss some things, man, and just, you know, let a brother understand. And because, see, for some apparent reason, you know, he think this is 2 years ago. Well, we can go back and forth, go back and forth, go back and forth. I don't care what you say, dog. You irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? You can't go nowhere in the United States with a dog and be happy and show your shit. If them folk told you you can't even live with a damn dog. You know what I'm saying? You ain't on my level, dog. You see how them boys call the police to my house and the folks see me with dogs and my dog's legitimate, my dog's straight. They leave. You can't do that. They see you with a dog, it's a wrap. Now, while you're worrying about what I got going on, or what I had going on, or what you think I got going on, or what kind of dog I'm breeding, when you gonna come and tell these brothers what you learned in that animal cruelty program and what you had to talk about?
Shucky ducky quack quack.
What you had to talk about in that animal cruelty program? Don't act like you didn't take it. So tell us what you talked about, dog. I tell y'all brothers and I tell y'all sisters, these folk talk about everything besides what they supposed to be talking about. Now, the brother nonstop asked the motherfucker a question 3 weeks ago. They ain't answered it yet, but they know everything about my life. They know everything about my dogs and what I'm breeding. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the brothers that hit me up over the past couple days about puppies. If I haven't got back to you yet, it's nothing personal. I just been kind of busy, man, trying to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hit you up. You know, but like I said, as long as we out here doing the right things, man, they gonna hate. You know what I'm saying? As long as we doing the right things, they can't stop it. You know, any topic y'all want to talk about, any topic y'all want to get to when it comes to these dogs, the Bay can get to it, man. I can get to it. You know, but these brothers, they can only talk about certain things. You know what I'm saying? And then when their conversation get limited, they go to bringing 3 and 4 and 5 people in because they thinking, oh, that's gonna work. That's gonna work. They looked out there and seen their favorite YouTuber somewhere causing drama or something, and it worked that way. It worked that way. Man, listen here, man. Everybody that got a dog channel that's still around from my class, like Samurai, like Going Hard, you know what I'm saying? From my class, you know, they got dog credentials to stand on. You know what I'm saying? Brothers doing things with these dogs out here. Things to really talk about with these dogs out here. Everybody that come up with that trolling, that's what you base your channel off of, trolling, talking about what the next man dogs is. They all come up and then they go down. Come up, then you see them in somebody else's chat. Then you see them on somebody else's channel talking about bullshit. That's the game dog way, man. That's the game dog way, like I told you. They just want to look at your dog first and then decide whether they want to go on them. And they ain't just want to run straight up on that smoke. They talking that talk, acting like they want it. Man, listen, man, these boys soft as whoopee cushions out here, man. The mic, get behind them mics and them TVs and them, all that. That's the only time anybody hear them. Half the time they go home, they bitch don't even listen to them. And see, this is the thing right here, right? You got your fake welcome over here. You know, the thing I told him, and he, like I said, he don't understand. This is gonna keep getting worse and worse and worse. And I'm gonna keep remembering more and more things, you know, when it comes to this brothers not being right with folk out here. You know, and it's one thing when you making up shit, and it's one thing when you speaking facts. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to these dogs, man, you see these brothers willing to go to any length, you know, to keep lies flowing. And I'm not talking about just no one particular person. I'm talking about a lot of folk out here, man. A lot of folk. You know, even down to Chico Lopez, talking about that Mayday shit. You ain't seen him up on no YouTube since all this up-to-date YouTube stuff started going on with these dogs. You know, he had the, now let me say this. He got, you know, great looking dogs, great dogs. But he had the shade pulled down on a lot of folk talking about, oh, Mayday sperm, Mayday sperm, Mayday sperm, Mayday sperm. Nobody out here on these dog channels and everybody looking like it. Big him, little y'all. You know what I'm saying? Big him, little y'all. So when a brother come along telling brothers, oh man, it ain't big him, little y'all. It's big all of us. When you got a brother coming along tell you that, they don't want them kind of folk around. You know, them kind of folk shouldn't be in the dog game because he's trying to make everybody on the same page, everybody equal. They dogs ain't no different than yours. You know what I'm saying? This person dog ain't no different than yours. Maybe his level of promotion is, you know what I'm saying? How serious he take his dog game is different than yours. You know, that's the only thing. Other than that, it's nothing different, man. And like I said, when you got folk like that in the dog game, they don't want you here. You know, this dog game is a place where they want everybody blind. And truthfully, you know, they want it like how it was in the sporting dog, when the Sporting Dog Journal was out and it wasn't no smartphones, it wasn't none of that. You know, that's exactly how a lot of people want it. And I ain't talking about the actual dog game, box game. I'm talking about the lie game, the bullshit in a brother game. Everything you heard or you've been hearing over the past few weeks, all this commotion, it's all because of one thing. You know, one brother want to lie like he got dogs out the dog pound when it ain't even no big deal like that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't even no big deal like that. Because you can't lie and you can't shit these people out here, you know, and I'm not going to vouch for you no damn more. You know, the only reason I vouched for you was for the real welcome out. Wasn't vouching for you. You know damn well I wasn't going to vouch for you if you would have came out here with some other shit. I was just vouching that you were straight people. You know, You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we see that ain't right. You know, I've been doing this YouTube shit for for what 4 or 5 years, at least 4. I only Supreme Excellence went to the YouTube police on me, you know, and you call the main police on me, you know. So I mean, is the dogs that important to you? Can you not build another Big John? Can you not make another Little John? And like I said before, you want to be talking about all the questions and stuff, but it's too many things saying this don't exist. It's too many things saying this isn't what they try to say it is. Like I said before, the dog Johnson is a key example to what I'm talking about. Big John termite dog. Why is he not been bred with the more of the Big John dogs? Now we got 75% Big John, 25 termite. You know, you're running that Paladin Frisco stuff with that black spider. You've been running that and it been turning out good. So why you not gonna breed Johnson and get puppies off Johnson if you know it's coming down off your Big John sperm? You know, that's like me breeding Sambo and then I got one puppy off Sambo and I got all his nieces, nephews, and cousins, but I got a puppy in here off Sambo and I let it get old and a tumor on it and all kind of shit. I let it get old and never get no puppies off of it. Now, say you can't get no puppies off of it. Say it's sterile. Say he not dropping puppies, right? Just say if that's the case, you know. Maybe that go back to some of the effects of keeping this sperm stored up for 30 and 40 years. Yeah, these dogs produce dogs, but the offspring can't produce dogs. You see, when it comes to coyotes and stuff like that, they have a funny breeding thing when it comes to dogs and stuff and making the coy dog and certain things. It's like they can breed, but there's certain ones of them that the offspring can't breed. I forgot exactly how it go, you know, but you gotta be careful, man. You gotta be careful out here with these dogs. And the way be careful is don't be starstruck. Don't be the person to say, oh, because that's Mr. Florida or Mr. Crenshaw or Mr. Tan or Mr. So-and-so, you want to run over here and believe every single thing he tell you. You know, I always tell you that I got the dog stories from these dog brothers back in the days when I was a teenager riding around and just pull up and we just talk dogs. Just because I got the dog story don't mean I believed everything he told me. You know what I'm saying? I had common sense as well. And I knew about some things when it came to the dogs. So just because I sat there and listened to an old timer that could have been my granddaddy tell me a story, don't mean I sat there and believed the story. It just means that was the good old days when you could sit there with the bulldogger, and if he was kicking the shit, he was kicking the shit. If he was telling the truth, he was telling the truth. I done told you. Matter of fact, I'm glad I got this card. I done told you. We went to a brother house that had a red nose for sale, right? He stayed out in the country. He had a red nose for sale. And he said his dog was Red Boy Jocko Jeep, right? So we going to check the dog out. It's a chocolate colored dog, right? We get there, and he said, this the daddy to the dog right here. And he pulled out one of my cards. He said, this the daddy to the dog. And he give the card to me. You know how funny that was to me? That shit made my day that day, because we joked off that shit. I straight up told him, he ain't off him, dog. You know what I'm saying? He ain't off him because this is my dog. This is me right here. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, he had the card and gave it to me and say his dog was off this dog. Now, see, the brother didn't know me. He wasn't a bulldog person. He was just a person that had a dog. You know what I'm saying? He was just a person that had a dog, and one of my friends knew him. You know what I'm saying? They say, so-and-so got a dog for sale. You know, and then when we get over there, he pulling out the card and say, this is what my dog is off of. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, no, it ain't. You know, so that shit was cool as hell, man. When you could stop a person and they lie right then, you know what I'm saying? And we still end up getting the dog from them. You know what I'm saying? We got the dog from them because at this particular time, we weren't stressing about no pedigree, and it wasn't for me, it was for my man. You know what I'm saying? It was for my man. But yeah, man, shit crazy out here, man. These brothers out here, they doing more trolling than they trying to do money making. You know what I'm saying? If they was more worried about money making compared to their trolling, they'd be producing litters. Salute to the brothers out there that's dropping them litters. You know what I'm saying? They be more focused on whatever they got going on. You know, they could talk about their litters in the chat. Not one time at the alternative school have y'all brothers heard them talk about they litters and what they dogs breeding and what they making and what kind of traits they dogs got, other than them Rottweiler colors. You know what I'm saying? But the Rottweiler supposed to be in their dog because you can see it in the pedigree. So when you can see the Rottweiler in the pedigree, it's all good. But we still ain't accepting no Rottweiler and no Grand Champion Yellow pedigree if it ain't supposed to be there. You know, and you trying to tell me it come down off of Bolio from 40 years ago. You know, we ain't accepting no damn Rottweiler. Something ain't right. You know, so if you're gonna get mad about that type of stuff, we gonna just keep getting mad. You know, you done see the news don't stop. The news keep going. I keep telling y'all brothers, man, when you're a wolf, you speak the language of other wolves. And y'all don't speak the same language, man. Y'all don't speak the same language. Y'all brought, it's like I'm a pit bull, and it's like y'all my damn play toys, man. I go out there and just tear y'all up whenever I feel like it. I'm gonna tear him up today. Or I'm gonna drop on him today. I'm gonna tear him up. I'm gonna tear a leg off in his ass today. You know, that's what y'all is to me, man. No motion at all, man. You're in the same spot you was when I left you. When I go in the house, my owner take me in the house, and I come back out to play the next day, you in the same exact spot you was when I left your bitch ass. You know, no motion at all. Until I come toss you around, flip you upside down. Now you got a little motion until I go back in the house again. You know? So that's why they get mad, man. That's why they get mad. And I mean, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. The brothers that's rocking with me, they tell me to keep doing what I'm doing, so I keep the foot on their neck. You know what I'm saying? Foot on their neck and talking to these brothers out here with these dogs that's taking care of them. You know what I'm saying? Brothers going to these shows and doing what they gotta do. Brothers that's gonna be going to Chipley. Big shout out to all the brothers that's going down to the Chipley Dog Show and to win them trophies, to win them ribbons. Even if they don't win, the ones that's going to participate. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to all them brothers and all them sisters, man. We don't give the sisters enough credit in this Pitbull game, and them sisters did a lot of work in this Pitbull game from the 60s on up, you know, to modern day time, man. We don't give them enough credit in this game, man. So like I said, I don't got to worry about none of y'all flunkies getting the sisters, because they definitely ain't dealing with you. You ain't got no Bulldog credentials. I'm going to tell you that shit now. Them sisters more stricter than the brothers is. Them sisters definitely ain't dealing with you with no Bulldog credentials, the stuff that y'all be talking about, and y'all want to be acting like y'all gangsters and trying to diss us positive brothers talking about go with the civilians and all that, but none of y'all got no Bulldog credentials. I'm trying to figure out, okay, if we civilians, you know, and I got a Bulldog pass. I don't Bulldog now, you know. Where do y'all fit in at? What kind of folk are y'all? You know, like I say, the rejects, man. The rejects, the alternative school, you know. And they can't hang on no yellow bus. When we get up on the yellow bus, me, Twin, them to get mad because they can't talk about nothing. They ain't got shit to talk about. Then they go to hating. You know what I'm saying? This the thing what them brothers do, right? When they see people in my chat, they get mad. They want to argue with them. And when they make their show, that's how they do their show. If you got 5 brothers that come in my chat, you know, they can just be like, big salute to the chat, PBK, and never say nothing else the rest of the night. Now, when you go watch his show, you might be like his material. That's a jackass for you, right? You might be like his material, and you ain't even said nothing to discredit nothing he talking about right now, right? But then he see you come in my chat. I mean, he see you come in his chat, then he gonna be like, what you in my chat for? Fuck nigga, fuck person, this and that. Why you in my chat for? You didn't even say nothing wrong to him in your chat, in his chat. All you did was coming in there showing love and coming there. That's how ignorant these brothers is, man. They just dumb. That's why they gonna always be where they at now. And like I said, I'm not there. I'm just addressing the issue. You know what I'm saying? The brother Samurai ain't there. The brother Going Hard ain't there. None of these brothers. Brother Garcia ain't there. You know, I see why Garcia may get #1 dog channel in the Samurai listings like the Lakers, like the old school Lakers. You know what I'm saying? I see why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because no matter if he copied the content, no matter if he's speaking on something that I'm speaking on or the next person speaking on, he ain't talking about me the boom his channel. He got dog credentials to stand on. He could talk about 1 year of his damn life. The last of the whole 360 days on a YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Dog credentials to stand on. It ain't hard for Brother Garcia to keep his channel going. You got shit to stand on. They know like hell it's gonna be hard to stand and last when you ain't got nothing to stand on, dog. You know, nothing to stand on. That's why I say when it comes to the 7-8 in the dog game, he gotta keep them brothers up there because he ain't got no dog game to stand on when it comes to a YouTube channel. Patreon channel, none of that shit. He can't stand on his own. So they don't last unless they keep it the way they keeping it. So that's why I say I understand why certain people get ranked high, you know. But at the end of the day, none of y'all seem like y'all can't wake up without worrying about what kind of dogs I got and what I'm breeding. And you don't understand. It only gets worse. It only causes problems for you and whoever you want to bring into the situation. Because PBK, like I say, this small arms gunfire to me, dog. I ain't even bring out the nukes and all that type of shit yet. Motherfuckers start crying and want to jump off a building and all kind of shit when I start bringing out the nukes. You know? All we know is, you know, to these brothers with these dog channels, you know, y'all, I'm gonna speak to the ones that begin attitudes. I'm gonna speak to y'all real quick. You know, cause I spoke to y'all one time before, but I'm gonna speak to y'all again real quick. The ones that be wanting, cause this what Hunter of all dog men got mad about. He got mad about because I wouldn't get down with him to go doing some bullshit that I'm not down with other dog men. You know, so he got mad at me and then he went on his little charade. You know, this is what I'm gonna tell all y'all brothers that y'all getting a misunderstanding of what I'm out here doing with this dog shit. I'm giving the dog news for one, right? And I'm telling brothers there's a different way to go with these dogs. You can still love the dogs, but go a different route with them. I don't got no personal vendetta against nobody who doing because they went and fought a dog. What I'm supposed to be mad at this brother? Upset at this brother? No, you broke the law. They got a place for you if they catch you. What I'm supposed to do? Be like these brothers hold personal grudges against people with these dogs, and they get mad at me because I don't do it. I'm not here for that, dog. And I'm telling all y'all brothers that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here for that because I done got approached by a lot of folk. You know what I'm saying? That they want to get these channels kicked off. They want to get these channels. That's not my style, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's not my style. You know, I'm a podcaster, I'm a YouTuber, ex-bulldogger, you know what I'm saying? Still a dog lover. And I'm gonna give it to these brothers and sisters the way I gotta give it to them, man. You know what I'm saying? The way I gotta give it to them. You know, we talking about brothers with master's degrees when it comes to this dog shit. We ain't talking about no alternative school teaching up this bitch. You know what I'm saying? These brothers trying to tell you Mr. William Lightner and Kobe and them was breeding Merles and all kind of shit and this and that and trying to take, man, listen here, man. Y'all getting a little too carried away with y'all fantasies, trying to bring them into this dog shit. Like I said before, you got to draw a line somewhere or another, man. You got to draw a line somewhere or another. You want fairy tale or you want real dog talk? I want to send a big shout out, man, to all the brothers, like I say, sisters down in the chat, all my people in South Carolina, all my people in California, all my people in Arizona. Big salute to everybody in Arizona, man. All my people all across Nevada, man. All my people in Utah. You know what I'm saying? All my people in Oklahoma. All my people in Arkansas, man. All my people in Kansas. You know, all my people in Illinois, man. All my people in New York, the whole state of New York. You know what I'm saying? Maine, you know, all my people in Jersey, you know, Baltimore, Maryland, all my people in VA, North Carolina. Big shout out to you, man. Keep doing what y'all doing and taking care of these animals out here. These brothers, and this is the thing, man. To anybody that's trying to start a channel or anything, you know, none of us know everything when it comes to anything. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I do know, man, is I see exactly why, you know what I'm saying, brothers don't succeed when it comes to this dog game. You know what I'm saying? Why so many crab in the barrel mentality brothers in this dog game. You know, you just don't have no, like I say, always say, no ambition, man. No ambition, no thump in you. You know what I'm saying? No thump in you, just like the dude that I curved out at the Summer Ride Digital Dog Show. You know what I'm saying? You just like him, no backbone to stand on. Listen to another motherfucker who don't got nothing going on to take you out of what you got going on. Lose everything you got at home because of somebody else that don't got nothing going on, so they don't care about you losing your shit. That's the type brothers you dealing with out here, man. All right, brothers and sisters. Here go a puppy that clown Welsh Kennels posted up. Now, let me show you why these brothers aren't ready for the social media drama that they proclaim. You see? Look at this puppy before we even get into the details. Look at this puppy. This puppy is in a cage too small for him. And being that the puppy has pee pads in the cage, lets me know that the puppy is in the cage for all day long periods of time, right? Puppies in cage for long periods of time. See, this is how puppies develop bone problems. You put these dogs in cages and they can't even lift their head up barely. They can barely move. That's why the dog don't have no water in the cage as you're looking at it right now. There's no water in the cage, but yet, if you weren't gonna have the dog in the cage long enough to have water in there with him, why you got the pee pads in there with him? You know, you got the pee pads because he in there for a long period of time. Now, my whole thing is, you know, when you talk about another man dog, make sure your own back door cleaned up. See, what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at these up close pictures of this puppy sitting in a cage with piss all on each side of these pee pads. You see, we're looking at the back of this pad right now. As you can see, a spot of piss is in the very back. He learned this from his big homie. See, he learned well from his big homie. You see a spot of piss in the very back of the cage, you know, when we look at this. Okay. Now, as you move to the side, you see another spot, a whole dried up spot. You got to look, just look, you know, the off-white color, dried up piss. And as you keep going, he's sitting in piss. He's actually sitting in a fresh, wet piss spot right now. And we wonder how these dogs have skin problems. We wonder why Hirsch say these brothers up here talking fairy tale every damn day when they ain't showing and proving with their own damn dogs. Now, we ain't finished with the piss spots yet. And we talking about in a cage that a dog can barely lift his head up in. There go another piss spot over to your right-hand side right there. So I'm not just talking, man. I'm not just talking. I'm giving it to you the way it is. These brothers talking about other folk with dog, but they out here, you know, why would you advertise a dog in a little small ass cage like that? It don't make no sense, man. It don't make no sense, and these brothers want attention. You know, you need to show that dog some attention. Get that dog a bigger cage, you big baller, you, and get him some fresh pee pads. You know, pee pads are made to use and take them out and put more in. You don't use it till the whole thing covered up with piss. You're supposed to train a dog to be housebroken with pee pads. You know, you got the dog confused when you got the whole pee pad in the cage. He don't know where he's supposed to use the bathroom at and where he's not supposed to use the bathroom at. See, this all comes down to being too damn lazy to take the dog out when you're supposed to take him out to use the bathroom. You leave him in the little small ass cage where he can barely move his neck all damn day long and don't think he gonna piss. But yeah, so you put pee pads in there so he can piss and you can leave him in there and come take some old bullshit ass pictures that you didn't think PB-K9 was gonna dissect. Like I said, let me show y'all again. You know, go to the very back of the cage. You see a wet piss spot back there. Piss, piss, piss. Come to the side. You see a dried up piss spot. Look at his feet. Look at his rear end. You see that he's sitting in piss right now. And this where you talking about a university? Yeah, alternative school. Alternative school. More piss right there for you. So that's why they jealous, and that's why they mad, and that's why they hating, and that's why they can't keep my name out their damn mouth. You know, cause when you come to the table, you better come correct, man. and stop bringing them pissy ass dogs with them little ass damn cages. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, so when you're dealing with them type of folk, it ain't really no hard deal to stomp on them, the shit on them. You know what I'm saying? Ask them one question they can't answer. You know what's the longest you ever did something for? It take them 6 months to come up with an answer. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Come on. How you gonna be out here bragging about 3-hour curves, but you can't even tell a brother how long you did a dog for? Did you do them for 45 minutes? Did you do them for an hour? What's so sacred about telling a brother how long you did a dog for when you're talking about 3-hour curves, a curve, this and that, this and that? No, man. Like I told you, it just showed that y'all brothers don't have the credentials to be speaking about things that y'all speaking about when it comes to these dogs. Period. You shouldn't be talking about that brother who lost. Oh man, his dog ain't shit and this and that when you ain't damn bulldog your damn self. You know? They shouldn't be doing it, but they're doing it and it's being allowed. And they got a group of rejects, the alternative school. You know? A reject gonna always feel comfortable around another reject, and now y'all got dynamite with you. You know what I'm saying? I made him into a reject. When I say I made him, I'm saying this right here. You know, you come out here with that faking shit, you come out here with that bullshit, you just gonna get exposed for what it is. You know, just exposed for what it is, man. And then I see you got folk helping you in the backfield. Ain't nobody helping me with nothing. Ain't nobody telling me what to do. I'm my own man out here. You know what I'm saying? I say what I want to say, when I want to say it, how I want to say it. Oh, I could easily shut up, go with the lie, get a Big John dog, so-called Big John dog, be going with the lie. Man, fuck all that shit. Right is wrong is wrong. I didn't build my name with Mellow Yellow them off of a fucking lie. You got what you got. And the thing about it, it ain't me. That's the thing about it. Being that the dogs got took is what make the Big John sperm come into play or being questioned. So many people was already saying they didn't believe it anyway. And then you got Pelican Bay fighting for it. Then the dogs get tooken. And now nothing happens. Still ain't used that sperm yet. What is the right dog to use the sperm on? I bet you if Mr. Boudreaux would have lost his dogs and he only had, from his old yard, he only had 2 dogs left off his old yard, and he got another one from another brother who looked out for him, made it 3, I guarantee you Mr. Boudreaux would have took that sperm and would have bred it to the dogs that he had, that he know he had from his yard, that he bred, to get dogs. I guarantee you Mr. Boudreaux would have bred that old Eli sperm with them dogs. I bet you Crenshaw would have bred that old Jeep stuff with him. See, the only people that can be fooled at this point is the ones that just want to be blind, the ones that just don't got no credentials. They just want validation. They just want to accept any damn thing. Them the ones that are pretty much the only ones you can lie to at this point. You know, a lot of this shit shouldn't have never came to the social media. You know, shouldn't have never came to the social media, period. But when you got folk out here who don't know what's going on, and folk out here who start slanging folk names around in the wrong kind of ways, speaking on things they don't know what they're talking about, making up shit, and this is where you end up at. This is where you end up at, on the wrong end of that barrel. And it ain't nothing to me, man. It ain't nothing to me, you know? Like I told y'all brothers, man. Like I told you, brothers making videos about the card when the news article clearly say in 1998, Buck City kennels aka James Givens, was stealing cars. Now, in 1998, you were stealing cars. Big dog. 1998, I had dogs off Yellow, Red Boy Jocko dogs. I was bulldogging. 1998, I knew Crossroad and everything. 1998. Bulldogging. You know, damn sure wasn't stealing no cars. 1998, you know, closest you could have got me to stealing a car in 1998 was renting a fiend car in 1998. If I didn't have a car at the time, most likely I had a car, you know, in 1998 at that time what we're talking about. But if I didn't have one, we'll, you know how it go, pay a fiend to rent their car all day long. You know, never stealing none, dog. That ain't my MO. I told you, we different kind of folk, man. You didn't come up hard. You came up wanting to be hard, wanting to have a hard life, man. You didn't have to go out there and steal no damn car. You could have walked. You could have got public transportation, you know. However, you know what I'm saying? I done been where I had to walk. You know, you weren't living that life. When it came, like I said, wolves understand wolf language. I don't see it with none of y'all brothers. All I see is wannabes, man. Wannabes and feminine ass bitch acting niggas. That's why you do the shit you do every single day. Make the videos y'all make every single day and get the movement you get every single time. I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. I'm gonna tell you the honest truth right now, man. I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. None of y'all boys that's dissing me from Buck City to the rest of them channels, y'all don't got more motion than Master of All Bulldogs. Master of All Bulldogs maintained his channel for a long time, and he talked about his dogs. You know, these brothers be wanting me to be mad at that brother and all kind of shit happens. I'm on social media. Shit happens. I'm not gonna hold a grudge that you want me to hold, and I'm not mad at somebody. What I do know is, when it comes to YouTube channels, your channel can't compare to that man's channel. None of y'all channels. You know, when it come to content and stuff to talk about, none of y'all got nothing to talk about compared to that man. The man, everything ain't a bulldog. The man always got something to talk about on his channel. You know what I'm saying? Something. You know. And a lot of the times it be morons like y'all boys, as in the words of that brother. Morons like y'all boys. See, y'all the brothers that them folk talk about when they make them documentaries, like I say. The ones that do all that fighting in the middle of the street at the traffic light and all kind of shit. You know, y'all them type of brothers. Mentally unstable, you know. I got one brother up here trying to troll me. He making 3 or 4 YouTube channels and making 5 or 6 different YouTube pages coming up in my comments and all kind of shit. But y'all king, the king of the slop, y'all king, Mr. So Real, living on codes, and he ain't never lived off a code in the street, and he ain't never lived off a bulldog code a day in his damn life. You know, that motherfucker ain't never worked no dog and took him down and put him down. Man, look here. Hey, the news articles let us see all that shit. I mean, what you mad about, dog? What you mad about? But like I say, man, big salute to all the brothers doing the right things out here. You know what I'm saying? Holding it down the way they hold it down. A clown gonna be a clown. A crook gonna be a crook. You know what I'm saying? He fooled me once. Shame on. How it go? Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on me. I ain't gonna let it go down 2 times, dog. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Hell no. You know? And if I was like Dynamite that never had no yellow dogs, you know, and gotta take everything somebody tell me about a yellow dog, you know, and jump off the corner and get his head chopped off for another person lie. I ain't that one, dog. I ain't that one. And folk understand that by now. You know what I'm saying? Folk understand it by now. You know, that's why I make videos and put my dogs and stuff on videos. When I do that, I know it don't do nothing but give them some type of content to do, because they're gonna go up there posting my dog, talk about my dog, this and that, this and that. You know what I'm saying? All I ask them do Show them breeding the dog. Show them having puppies with the dog having puppies and them taking care of the puppies and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to sell these brothers 1 litter of puppies off of 3 different litters. Or it didn't sell this way. It didn't sell off of this dog that's coming off of Buddy and this dog. Let me see if it'll sell off the dog that's coming off Quick and them. Oh, they ain't selling off this dog. Next thing you know, it's going to be a Big John litter. You know what I'm saying? That's why I told y'all, brothers, man, I'm giving you the real shit out here. You know, I'm giving you the real shit. They call it, they shit, what they give, they call it petty. You know, it don't faze me. It don't bother me because I got real Bulldog credentials. I don't need everyone on to stand up here and do my damn show. You know, I'm glad I didn't start my show off 2-man show. Need you to talk all the time. No, man. No. Got my own Bulldog credentials. And just because you do a show with somebody, that don't mean shit. You just got to have your own Bulldog credentials to stand on. You know what I'm saying? If you a band dog breeder and you've been talking Bulldogs for the last damn 3 years, because you got people up here talking Bulldogs with you, and you a band dog breeder and you don't really know about Bulldogs, and then when they leave, you don't got nothing to stand on. I mean, just facts. But y'all stay safe out there, man. Y'all stay legal out there, man. And remember, when you're positive, they can't. I don't even see them brothers. You know what I'm saying? I don't get no alerts. They ain't on the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? They ain't making no algorithm come and pop up on your channel where they say you may want to watch this. They ain't got none of that shit going on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't blocked from none of their channels. You know, they just ain't got no motion, man. So y'all stay safe. Y'all stay legal. Y'all stay legitimate out there. And remember where you got it from first, man. The one and only PB K9s. And I'm out.